Okay. So first you'll tell me about your name, like what is the meaning of your name and other details.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Sharanya Mohanty. I hail from Orissa, and my name Sharanya means surrendering. My name is also the eighth name of goddess Durga. My mother chose this name for me because she felt like she had surrendered to God when I was born, and that's how I'm named Sharanya.
Okay. So is your mother expert in mythology or Sanskrit language? Because generally people don't know about all the eight for all the forms of Devi, the goddess, and so was she suggested from someone else or she just kept your name Saranya by herself?
She heard a girl named Sharanya sometime back before I was born, and she liked the name. And she also found a lot of meaning in the name when I was born. Therefore,
Okay. And what characteristics do you have with related to this name?
I believe I am also highly religious and spiritual. So I think those are the only characteristics I have.
Okay. So, Saranya, you want to do this course and you also want to start your own venture. Uh, but what do you see with what do you feel the current environment which India is giving? Is it good enough for new entrepreneurs or startups? Like, are the entrepreneurs are getting good support or policy-based support? So, what do you think? The ease of doing business. What's your opinion about ease of doing business in India?
When I was growing up in school, in the earlier grades, we were told to be a job seeker rather than a job creator. But soon as I came in 11th and 12th grade, our teachers started helping us understand the value of creating new entrepreneurial ventures. And I believe since then there has been a lot of growth in entrepreneurship, be it the policies that the government has created, the schemes, be it the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, the Annapurna scheme, be it Startup India scheme. There are a lot of schemes which encourage entrepreneurship in the youth and also in no matter what, if you're a woman, if you're a man, no matter your age, no matter your where you belong from, there are a lot of schemes and policies set up for you to help with your entrepreneurial venture. Alongside that, with the rise of Shark Tank India, a lot of new entrepreneurial minds, a lot of new innovative minds and creative minds have come together to create new entrepreneurial ventures, which is in turn a great thing for India. The number of unicorns in India has also risen up a lot
Okay, but
along.
Saranya, the problem is not all entrepreneurs can go into technology field where there is no such regulation exist for their functioning because most of the thing that they do is very much service based and they can start their venture in their garage also. But the Indian population or Indian entrepreneurs who are looking to do business where brick and mortar is also important, like restaurant business or manufacturing and other related business, they get very least support because if you think about opening a restaurant in Delhi, you need to go through 17 different certificates, and there are other regulatory foundations rules. So in that case, the Indian entrepreneurs are not very much they're not getting support in all these cases or through regulators. So what's your how do you see that?
I believe India has a lot more entrepreneurs than the US or any other country or state because when I talk about India, there are over 9 lakh chemist shops. There are over 3 lakh basic grocery shops in a particular state. So when we talk about entrepreneurship in India, it's a rapidly growing field and it has existed for the longest time. But there's a difference of mindset in both the countries. So when we talk about US, People don't think of opening one chemist shop. They think of opening a lot of branches. The way they view their shop and the way they view their business is very different from the way business is viewed in India. Alongside that, there's a lot of competition in India as well, because of population, because of the needs and wants of the people. So I think that can create a lot of problem, and therefore innovation is very much needed to create a business that's very new and that can grow.
Okay, but I was trying to ask you something else. Okay, leave that topic. Uh, can you tell me, like, what is the difference between an entrepreneurial venture and social entrepreneurial venture? Hello, did you get
Hello.
my question? I
Yeah,
did
yes.
ask you, like, what is the difference between entrepreneurial and social entrepreneurial ventures?
Entrepreneurial ventures are actually ventures that are made with profit in mind and also an innovation and difference in mind. So, whenever you create an entrepreneurial venture, be it anything, it has a motive of profit. Alongside that, there's also a lot of innovation and a motive to create a lot of difference in the society. But when we talk about social entrepreneurship, it is aimed at profit as well, but there's a lot of value and weightage given to the social issues, be it social, political, environmental, cultural, any issues. So, all these ventures, when we talk about social entrepreneurship, is created to help those at the base of the pyramid or to actually target the areas which have never been looked at.
Okay. So, can you give me an example where there like there has been a social issues which was solved through a social entrepreneurial venture, and that is a sustainable venture?
Well, I can say about Harish Hande. He's the founder of Celco. It's Solar Energy Limited Corporation. So he has put up solar panels in so many villages in India, which is a great thing because in villages, electricity is something that one has never even heard of. So to go out to the villages and to help those people who are not even supported by government as much as they need to be. So I think it's a great entrepreneurial venture to create solar panels in those areas, and it helps a lot of people.
Okay. So, have you studied the economics of solar panel, like how much electricity it can generate and how much money it saves to the house owners or the people who are using it?
I haven't gone deep into the study, but I'm aware that the setting cost of solar panels, like the building up cost, is huge. But at the same time, in the long run, it's a very sustainable effort to put up solar panels because gradually your electricity bills and everything will come down, and also in the long run, it's a very profitable thing.
Okay. So, you have studied, or you are studying BBA in your college.
Yes.
So, can you tell me what is Section 8 company?
I'm not aware.
You are not. Okay. Uh, okay. So, what are the subject have you studied in your BBA? Like, uh, uh, tell us about, or tell me about those subjects which you have studied in like good way.
Studied services management, operations management, operation research, marketing management, entrepreneurial development, research methodology,
Okay.
marketing.
What was the structure of that paper on entrepreneurial development?
It was very basic. We had to learn about what entrepreneurship is, how entrepreneurship is supported in India, challenges faced by women entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial development over the years. And all these are very basic. We didn't actually go deep into the study.
Okay. Uh, yeah, so to develop entrepreneurial skills, uh, what kind of training someone needs, or like you will ask for?
What are the skills needed to be an entrepreneur?
What are the trainings? What kind of trainings that can be provided to a person so that he can be an entrepreneur?
An entrepreneur, in basic words, is a job creator rather than a job seeker. So, when we talk about the skills needed to be an entrepreneur, the most important is to be able to face the obstacles and to be able to face failures, to be able to handle failures. He or she should have an extreme support from family and friends as well. Alongside that, he or she should be very optimistic and should always think about the growth of the company and should be able to tackle all the situations and problems in a very tactful way. An entrepreneur has to be a very calm minded person because there has to be a lot of challenges that he or she has to face, and he or she should definitely be very creative and have a very innovative mind.
I was asking about what training someone needs, like
Training.
yes, training.
So first of all, for creating any entrepreneurial venture, there has to be a basic training and a basic knowledge about how to set up your own business. So first of all, you have to be aware of your own business. You have to understand how to create basic finances of the business. You have to allot and allocate a certain level of funds to each and every part of the business. You have to create a proper plan for developing the business. Alongside that, you should be able to know about how to do networking, which is very important in order to allocate the funds and to also acquire the funds from a lot of investors. He or she should definitely have great communication skills, because you have to have great communication skills to speak to further entrepreneurs. And I think these are the basic skills. Alongside that, one should also learn a few leadership skills, because when you start your own business, you should actually learn how to handle a whole group. So I think teamwork and leadership and all these basic skills are very much important.
Okay. So how will you train someone for that?
Nowadays there are a lot of skills available online, and while I was studying BBA, we understood about different terms like finances, economy, demand, and all these basic stuff which is related to entrepreneurship. So I think being aware of these basic commerce terms or basic business terms is very much important. You can take and refer to a lot of books. Alongside that, you can talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, and a lot of free courses are available on the net, or also a lot of courses with reasonable prices. So I think to educate yourself further in entrepreneurship is nowadays very easy.
Okay. Sonia, where in what sector would you like to work after you pass this course or complete this course?
Sir, I like to start my own entrepreneurial venture in the women empowerment section. Women empowerment.
Okay, women empowerment. And do
Yes,
you
sir.
have anything in your mind?
Yes, sir.
What?
So I have so I've created an entrepreneurial venture. I've thought of it wherein a basic family of four. If I suppose my family of four members, my mother cooks every day for four members. Rather than cooking for four members, if she starts cooking for 5 to 6 members, that is 2 plates extra each day, she can actually sell those 2 plates or actually give those 2 plates away for free. And it can help to all the bachelors, spinsters, or all the hostel people, or all the people who are hungry actually. So I think it can help in creating a lot of less percentage in the overall poverty in the nation. So I think eliminating poverty is something that has been my main concern, along with women empowerment, because a lot of homemakers that consists of 50 lakh women in India, they are not earning any revenue, and it's creating a lot of deep holes in the Indian economy, because in the GDP there hasn't been a great rise. So when we talk about these women who are at home, they can also start earning by just selling 2 or 3 meals each day. or they can even do so for free, but they will have something to wake up to and work. So I believe it's a great women empowerment, because all these homemakers have nothing to look forward to the next day, just taking care of the family. So I believe in creating this as a revenue generation generating model.
Okay. Yeah. So why do you want to come for this course if you have already a good idea in your mind and you know how to conduct that business? And so what are you expecting from this?
Sir, I believe I have a very small idea according to on my business. I have no idea how to create a revenue plan, a model. I need to network more. So when I talk about this course, it would help me network more, meet a lot of individuals who have same mindset as me, and this course would also allow me to have a great insight into the world of social entrepreneurship. So when we talk about social entrepreneurship, there are a lot of social issues which need to be looked at. So I believe to understand all these social issues, to study via case study, via field work, would help me allow my business mind to even expand further and to come up with great business solutions and great business ideas.
Okay, so last question for you. Can you tell me how many types of competitions are there? Like you must have studied economics in your BBA. So,
Uh, there's sole proprietorship,
me,
there's
I'm not asking about the companies, competitions.
competition. I have no idea, sir.
Okay. So can you differentiate monopolistic and perfect competition?
Monopolistic competition refers to the competition in which there's only one business in a particular sector. For example, when I talk about the headphones of Boat, so it runs a monopolistic market on Amazon, wherein if you search for noise cancelling devices, the only product that you will see is Boat. So I think monopolistic market is very good for a company because the customers are very much diverse and are only allowed to choose from one product. But at the
Okay, okay.
same time, it holds a
I'll
lot of
suggest you to read
disadvantages.
again. I'll suggest you to read again about these things also. At least read about the competitions because which is very important and read with respect to both uh, competition type and entry. Like if any company wants to enter into this market, so what's the entry barrier and what's the challenges that someone has for this market? Okay. Chalo. Thank you. Thank you very much.